feel like I'm the 13th disciple and everybody left. Nice Deathstroke outfit, brother. Yeah, wow, it's really hot. Yeah, just getting started. Yeah, and then when I'm staying over at the Biltmore, which is a Frank Lloyd Wright building, or a guy called MacArthur built it, and then him and Frank Lloyd Wright had a fallout or something. But I got out this morning and Kelly LeBrock was in the van. And all I could think about was that movie. Woman in Red. Yeah. Guys, you know what I mean? Yeah. So go get a signature with Kelly and say, Manu sent you.
Alright, so we have got special permission to run over. So we're gonna try to go for the full hour. So if you have other commitments, you know, blow them off, because why would you want anything else to do with it? So we're going to be doing some question and answer. So we have our, so I don't see my people. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. We have Kate over here, and we have Carolyn down here. So the mics are there and there. So if you guys want to think some questions, start coming up. They will get you going. In the meantime, I will start the first question, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
So, no spoilers. We'll try, but no promises. I'm a huge fan of Arrow and Spartacus, seen all this stuff, but it was the biggest surprise to me when I was watching the behind the scenes of The Hobbit that suddenly there you were.
It was a surprise to me as well. I was filming Spartacus, and we had this scenario where these Germanic guys were going to come and join our show, and so they cast a whole bunch of guys. You know, in Spartacus, there were people who showed up and they got killed, and other people showed up and they got killed. Usually you showed up and you got killed. You know, so we had these Germanic guys coming, and somebody said, oh, there's this guy coming called Conan, and he's really big. And this guy rocked up, and he was a guy that I went to high school with. Yeah, like he'd go, I was on the playground when we were like 16, 17 years old, and everyone called this kid Bones, because he was like just big and skinny, and he'd walk around, he looked like he'd been bitten by a scorpion or something. And anyway, everyone picked on him, and then one day we were on the playground, and we saw this guy from the year above us picking on him in the middle of the playground, and suddenly Bones, with his big, sort of lanky arms, just went, woof, and punched this guy in the face, and the guy fell over unconscious, or not, you know, as unconscious as it gets in high school, you know. Which means he just brushed it off and walked away, embarrassed. But suddenly Bones was born, this guy, you know, and he went on to, I think he got a thing about being big and strong, and went on to become one of the biggest guys in my hometown. Started working for security, then worked for WWE. He was about to get a WWE kind of contract, and then it fell over. I don't know, but he showed up on our show. Anyway, I had done an audition for The Hobbit, and I was still waiting to hear. I was like, oh God, when's the word going to come through? Anyway, Shane came and I said, I'll come over to my house for dinner, mate. We can talk about school in those days. And you know, he came to my house, and during dinner he went, oh, I want to tell you something really exciting. I just got cast as Azog. I mean, I had a fork in my mouth. I was like, I didn't have the courage to tell him that I'd auditioned for it as well. But I was like, good on you, Shane. Well done, mate. Fantastic. So he went down and he did this film as Azog, the Hobbit. He filmed it in a big suit. But what happened was, if you remember the orcs in Lord of the Rings, they had these masks that were just pretty inanimate. If you went to an orc's face, it was just going. You know, and this was the problem with using just pure costuming and makeup for an orc. because it had this, you know, when you have that sort of structure, it's all, you can't motorize it, you can't move that stuff enough for it to have really good expression. So when Peter Jackson got to the editing room, he decided it just wasn't working. I guess it was a little bit like when they got to the end of Star Wars with David Proust and went, you know, Star Wars! that was weird. If that's David Proust, tell him I'm not talking about him. Because, you know, when David Proust did Star Wars, you know, his American accent, you know, Lucas just was like, oh, that's not working. So they went and hired James Earl Jones to put his booming voice in over the top of the actor's performance. Which was something interesting, you know, that relates also to this story, because what happens, Peter Jackson got to this point and he went, it's not working. And so they thought about how they could possibly change what was going on, and they had to go through the very arduous task of removing my school buddy's performance from the screen. I mean, I felt really bummed for him, you know, but at the same time, it was a huge opportunity for me.